Every nigga everywhere I go, man. Juicy J, shut the fuck up!
Yeah, spin that shit.
Memphis nigga everywhere I Memphis nigga everywhere I go.
Every nigga everywhere I go.
Memphis nigga everywhere I go.
Every nigga everywhere I go.
Eyes all red like city gear. Nigga. Draw down on him, make a fuck nigga, give it here. Jeff #1, I'm the rookie of the year. Wanna see a match treat, make a nigga disappear. Real Memphis nigga when I'm looking in the mirror. Yo,
Memphis nigga everywhere I go, this the remix.
Ay.
Memphis nigga going up like the G mix.
Ay. Everybody outside, it's the freak nigga. Memphis nigga everywhere I go. Fuck nigga. Memphis nigga everywhere I go. Let's get it.
Memphis nigga everywhere I go.
Let's get it. Memphis nigga everywhere I go. Let's get it.
Memphis nigga everywhere I big head ass hoe. Memphis shit, that's how I feel. Shit might check me a hoe, might flame me a hoe. Spit a little game on a hoe. Never spend change on a hoe. Memphis nigga everywhere I go.
He ain't even been to the city before. Fuck nigga. He ain't even been to the city. He ain't even been to the city before. Let's get it. Nigga came once, but he can't come back no more. He's Memphis nigga when I'm drop my low. Yo, nigga want smoke, let's go. Yo, bitch want smoke, fuck nigga, I call Big Glow. Yo,
Memphis bitch everywhere I go. Okay. Memphis bitch everywhere I let's get. Memphis bitch everywhere I go. Okay. Memphis bitch everywhere I on the count. Memphis bitch everywhere I go. Might take a bitch nigga, might take a nigga home. Riding down French be cool with some hot boys still doing donuts in the smoke. Getting money ass bitch, that's me. That's me. Tomato fruit M's and I still want more. Now Memphis bitch got hold. Win, lose or draw, bitch I still want smoke. I ain't shit but 25. Let's go. Already a legend up in my city. Bump down, bump 3-6. Hey man, play me some of that pimpin'. Gangsta ass bitch stay muggin'. Everywhere I go, I'm thuggin'. Memphis bitch everywhere I go. Let's go. And everywhere I go, they love me.
Yeah, Memphis nigga everywhere I step through. 3-6 Mafia and gangsta boo. You know what it is, my nigga. My city full of gorillas that ain't from the zoo. North Memphis nigga so infamous. Rest in peace, Lord Infamous. Old school nigga with the pole in the cut. I hear making easy money tryna pimp a slut. Fraser Boulevard and a car all candy. South Memphis bitch, she ain't wearing no panties. She ain't never been nowhere outside our city. I'm a draper in Dior and I'ma take it to the Grammys. Memphis nigga everywhere I step on the scene. Ride through Evergreen, blowing get it green. Give a little bad bitch a hug. With all this water on me, she gon' have a wet dream. You don't know nothing about Hyde Park. You don't really wanna stop by after dark. Even Nick Cage know the city I'm reppin'. Have a nigga scat pack go to 60 seconds. 20 years plus I done been in this thing. And a nigga like me ain't never gon' change. Rollin' up dope while I'm sitting so close. I can walk on the floor at the Grizzly game.
I want EP and chicken and dog. She wanna receive under the heart. I'm with Lil P and I'm motherfucking pot. I be like cheeky, we say squat. Nigga there. Ayy, Memphis nigga everywhere I go. Get 100 bread a piece when I'm in the stove. Parkway Village, I'm a native. Still had a duck posted up in the Dover. Young nigga wanna be like Craig Pettis, bro wanna be G-Train. Afghanistan top tier, tell Biden send us to Ukraine. Drake made Shelby drag global. Let me tell you about Poplar. We'll stop and deals go for a couple bucks, she'll take it so. East Memphis, that's in that league. North Memphis, that's got it. South Memphis, long live flipper. West Memphis, that ain't Memphis. On EP, eating chicken at Dodge before a nigga went vegan. Might get it 6P from Crumpets. All done left, that's the best joint. If she from Memphis with a bunny on, she give more head than a lace front. Me go my partner from back in the day, but I heard he hit him a lace blunt. Tell white folks he my nigga. Hey Max Snoop, I got a beer for you. From a city where you win it, they don't even really wanna even cheer for you. Deep down they be hating on you, but too quick to say I love you. In Memphis it's a red flag if she ain't blood and she say brother. Everybody gotta switch in this bitch. Game be beefing with clicks. Tell DJ yo where the dream ball at, I'm tryna stomp some shit. 2016 at the Delta Fair in the corn maze, you could die there. Long live J Money Truly, when he died whole city had tears. Memphis nigga everywhere I go, I don't care if it was Idaho. Before Ja, it was Mike Conley. Before Jaren, it was Z-Bo. In the lead don't get his credit, but I'm really hometown hero. Might use a key to the city, just to lock my back door. Memphis nigga everywhere I go, Memphis nigga everywhere I go. Oh, Memphis nigga everywhere I go. Oh, Memphis nigga everywhere I go. Oh, Memphis nigga everywhere I go. Memphis nigga everywhere I go. Oh, Memphis nigga everywhere. Memphis nigga everywhere I go.
Good evening, people. How y'all doing? Happy Thursday and all that good fuck shit. Yeah, I'm just gonna read the tweets because it's I was gonna play some audio. But I'm like, yeah, I ain't got time. It's like 8 hours worth of audio between the 2 days, so I could just kind of wait. Yep, this is where they started off yesterday. Okay, so when they came in yesterday, okay, well, fuck it, we'll read all of it. All right, here go the whole thing from yesterday. All rise. We have a note from a juror about Raina. You want to come up here and play one of these people? You could be the judge or something. We have a note from a juror about a scheduling accommodation. It's not in the docket. What about Cassie's husband? He will be removed from the courtroom before a certain issue comes up. Judge, good. The judge asks, have the privacy screens been installed? The U.S. said they being installed by court tech staff. On the conferring with counsel issue, I tend to agree with Ms. Shapiro. What about conferring about questions about privilege? And that's the filing or whatever. That's the docket of filing that they made public. They don't want her to be able to talk to her lawyer while she being cross-examined on certain questions. Her criminal attorney, by the way, not a civil attorney or one of the attorneys in there. She's talking about her criminal attorney. Combs is lawyer. I'm concerned that during the break, there could be generalized discussion about the testimony and might come up. We're going to try to avoid any privileged communications. During Mr. Phillips' testimony, I spoke with his lawyer. We anticipated these witnesses being on a cross-examination for multiple days. We need to speak with them about security and transportation. Man, do that on a break. Ms. Shapiro, can you draft something on a piece of paper, an instruction you would have me give? United States, the defense has sent us a zip file of text messages. We're reviewing them before raising it. Judge, I appreciate that. The defense and the attorney U.S. says the defense has still not shown us exhibits they may use in cross-examination of Miss Ventura. We are worried this continues. So the prosecution is saying, hold up, man, these folks done gave us all this evidence a day before they finna cross her. We hadn't had time to review this, judge. That's a bit illegal. That's a bit unfair. How they gonna give us 800 new articles of evidence and give it to us the day before? So we can't even tell you everything we object to because we got to go through 800 pieces, Your Honor. Okay, and then Diddy lawyer said, we are making several chains of text messages. And she said they a goddamn lie. They had these documents in their possession for 8 months before we got them. Judge said, we are here. We were told there's a half day left of direct. Could you give them at lunch? Okay, y'all give me a second. Y'all can see the tweets though. Feel free to read along by yourself. Okay, so Diddy lawyer said our paralegal is printing them out. They should have turned these exhibits over to us on April 27th. Judge, Ms. Garagos, we did have a schedule. As you marked them, why shouldn't you be required to turn them over? It's Combs. Okay, it's Combs' defense. Who answers? Rule 16 does not contemplate these carve-outs. We are not behind the 8 ball on this. We have complied with Rule 16. I would be surprised if the government only has another 3 hours with Miss Ventura, but what the fuck ever. Diddy lawyers is not going there in the courtroom talking shit. What you say, Raina Trey? We gotta react this whole case Man, you know what? They got a fire ass thing on Law and Crime. They did an AI reenactment of the first day of opening testimonies. That shit look fire. They need to do the whole trial like that in AI. Ain't nobody reacting out this whole goddamn trial. Shit, 8 weeks long. The hell you think this is? Diddy lawyer. We don't think it's required, but we'll do it. Luckily, we have a big ass defense team. So what do you want? The U.S. We want their exhibits, not a trial by ambush. I want them now. I will find the cases. The judge said, you don't have to put it in a letter. You can just email me the cases and I'll take a look at them. Inner City Press would ask, are these judicial documents going to go into the public docket? How much is being left off docket in this case? The judge says, we have a witness waiting in the back. Produce them shits before the cross-examination starts. You can email me cases during the trial day. Let's get moving, motherfuckers. Let's get Cassie black ass back in here. Cassie come in. The judge said, welcome back, my nigga. Then the judge said, I'll rise. And then the jurors came in there, Jack. And then the judge said, you still under oath. Proceed. He said it like a Hebrew Israelite. Read! Proceed! Damn, as soon as she came in, USA. May I approach the witness? Yup, you can. And then the USA said, Cassie, I just handed you 2 drives. What's on them? GX and 8. Cassie said, messages and photos from my devices. The USA, yesterday, you testified about Sean going armed to look for Suge Knight. Cassie, Sean took guns with him. USA, and he told you to ask the escorts if they were cops. Cassie, I would begin by saying I was not a cop. Sean told you to do that? Yes. What happened when you fought back? Cassie, I did that more earlier in the relationship. It would make him more violent, want to push me harder. And the defense objected heavily. Objection to the motherfucking speculation. Judge said, overruled. Get it out of here. Overruled. You ain't talking about shit. Cassie said, anger. The U.S. I'm going to show you the L.A. Intercontinental Highway again. Play from 143 to 146. Who enters? Sean. What's in his hand? He doesn't appear to have anything. Play to 159. Now anything in his hand? My phone. How did he get it? Well, he took all my stuff. Where does he end up? Sitting in the chair in front of the window. What are you doing? I'm walking away from him. Now what's in the video? Now who's in the video? Me and security. In this one, play from 531. Where did you go from the hotel, Ventura, to my house? I took an Uber. Now let's turn to text messages. Can you read page 4? And Cassie said, please call. I'm surrounded. Who sent that? Cassie said, that was from Sean. He was running around in a towel. I told him to put the robe on. Who sent these green messages? I did. I wrote to Sean. Jews left. And as long as you quiet, nigga, you can stay. Peace. Damn. Wait a minute. Diddy is in charge of all these freak offs, and Diddy run shit, and he forcing her to be a sex slave and all that. But she was able to tell that nigga, hey, Jews just left, and nigga, as long as you quiet, you can stay. Does that sound like force? I'm just saying. She told this nigga, as long as my boyfriend just left, as long as you quiet, you can stay. I'm drinking some water here, y'all. Okay. Who is Jules? Cassie said, an escort. Is this Jules? And they show a photo, and Cassie put a motherfucking big smile Photo shown, big smile. Yes. Now I don't know. Well, yeah, that's the action shown. They show her the photo and she smiled. She started reminiscing about the freak off. And then the USA say B606 and 607 side by side. Cassie in big sunglasses. That's me. A selfie of me with a fat lip. When did you take it? In the Uber with one of my phones. So yeah, they just showed. I don't know why they just showed a picture of Jules. That just really made her look like a hoe. Cause she lit up. She's supposed to be terrified of this man, and she's smiling big when she got shown a picture of him. What did you write here? Cassie said. I said, please stay away from me. And what does he say? He says, I'm getting arrested. Was he? I don't think so. What did you write back? Plugging my phone in and going to bed. Who was at your home when you got there? Carrie Morgan. She was upset when she saw me. She called the police. She called the police, but Cassie must have said she didn't want to press charges. The Carrie knew who it was and who did it. Did you speak with them? Yes, but I didn't say who I was talking about, and they left. Why? I wasn't ready. Did Sean try to come to your apartment? Yes, he was banging. That was pretty normal from him. But this, a pretty private building. Did you hear from Miss Corin that day? Yes, and I went to see D-Rock and his wife to try to feel safe. In this photo, what are you wearing? A gown and sunglasses. I had a black eye. What if any other bruising was visible? I had several bruises on my leg, but I changed clothes. What's this? Me and Sean at the after party. I'm going to show you escorts. Do you know the name of this person? No. In what cities did you use him? New York. Who's this? Islander. He was on Latin Men. We use him in LA and maybe Vegas. Who is this? 2A616. We called him Tommy. Who is this? I know him as Greg, an escort in Miami. Who's this? Jonathan. We saw him in Miami. Who's this? Red baseball cap backwards. I don't know. He looks familiar from the freak offs. What did you write here? This is all we do. I'm just getting back on track. I'm sure you could call Cam or something. What did you mean by this is all we do? Freak offs. Did you try to avoid anything in the freak offs? I tried to avoid kissing. It seems too intimate, but Sean told me to do it, to kiss the escorts. What did Sean ask you to do on your 29th birthday? Ventura. A freak off. He had me pulled out of the Blind Dragon for the freak off, some security. What about blackmail material? He wanted me to fear objection. Overruled. When Sean would mention the freak off videos, when would Sean mention the freak off videos to hurt me? One time I was dating someone else and he threatened to release the freak off videos. I'd have to answer to my mother. It's horrible and disgusting. You answering to your mama now. No one should do that to anyone. What did Sean say the impact would be? Ventura, Shay. Same thing you getting there. But you wouldn't have got no money back then. You wouldn't have got no money back then if it would have happened. You got broke off proper in this particular day, age, and time. Well, damn. Fast and Furious. Bike gang. Let me show you a chat. Who's on it? Me and Sean, July 22nd, 2013. Read your message. I wrote, please delete the videos off your phone. Too many people have access to your devices. He said, no iCloud, all good. Ambient kicking in. Sidebar. Yes. I said the sleeping pills is kicking in. Judge is taking a break to change some things in the courtroom. During the break, Combs sits at a defense table, his lawyer, Xavier Donaldson, leaning down to speak with him. There's still some issue with the privacy screen, so we'll put that off and we'll do something else now. Okay, welcome back, Cassie. Bring in the jury. I offer more exhibits. What did you say here? I've been told there was a sexually explicit video out there about me. I reached out to Sean. Then what? We were driving back to NYC from Atlantic City to talk to this DJ. Who kid? Did that happen? At a restaurant. What was security's role? To intimidate. They were lining the room. Who was there? Uncle Paulie, James Cruz. How would you recover from a freak off? I'd take opiates. I wanted to feel numb. We'd get massages, IV fluids. The chef would cook us something. How often did you take opiates after freak offs? Ventura said, often. I got urinary tract infections, which happens from with women. It make their pussy dry. But yeah, that is the side effect of opioids. It make their pussy dry. So we're expected to go to Cross today. Please tell me there's more from him in this tweet. Okay, good. Well, the urinary tract infection's painful. Very. Antibacterials didn't work anymore. How did it feel during freak offs? Burning. I would not advise it. Let's read this out loud. Okay. Yikes. I have all these sores on my tongue. I have another UTI. USA. What source? Friction in my mouth. From what? Oral sex. You said another UTI. Then sad face emoji. I was open with him about them. So you feel sick? Why are you sorry? I took the blame for the things. Which escort will go to sex clubs with you and Sean? Jules, the escort from the Intercontinental in LA? Yes. Did you want to have sex with Jules ever? No, but I knew him. Why did you do it? Sean. But Sean didn't force you though. Who was present when Sean put his hands on you at freak offs? Sometimes the escort was there too. In the same room? Yes, Jules. In the suite? Yes. Were they aware? Objection. Overruled. Yes. The escorts would ask me if I was okay afterwards. In what cities did he put his hands on you? New York, LA, Miami. How frequently? Too frequently. What's the Abbey? A gay club in LA. I went there with my friend. Where were you going? To a music festival in Canada run by Drake. Sean came to my home and tried to attack me. I was thrown into the bed frame. What's this? A photo of my eye afterward. Who took you to the doctor? D-Rock. Did you send this photo to Sean? Yes, and I wrote, so you can remember. I wanted him to be sorry about it at least. In this photo, where were you? In the green room in Toronto. I put my hair over my eye. Then we went over to the Hamptons. Sean wanted to have a freak off in the Hamptons. We got a hotel and an escort. Which one? Dave. I took GHB. I went into a G hole and blacked out. Let's see, GHB. That's the ain't that the date rape drug? It is. GHB is the date rape drug. I went into a G hole and blacked out. I woke up nude in the shower. Dave and Sean were freaking out. I bugged out. It wasn't pretty. Then what? I spoke to a friend of Sean's, and then we had a freak off. What's this? My eyebrow healed up a little bit. A week later, I have a permanent scar on my eyebrow. What's this? Me at the Canes Festival. What happened to Canes? Sean accused me of taking drugs from his boat. He threw me off, but my passport was still on the boat. And you were on the red carpet that same night? Yes. Did you attend the movie? Yes. How did you get back to New York? On a commercial flight. I traded my seat to get away, but he traded to get next to me. What did he show you? Freak off videos. He played them for me on one of his laptops. He said he'd release them. But he would have made him look bad too, just like he's making him look bad now. How did you feel? Trap. When you landed in New York, well, why did he show them to you? When he showed them to you, did he say any particular reason that he was showing them to you? Did he say you better not leave? Because it didn't sound like he had to threaten you because you was down. Like it was your birthday and shit and you was having freak offs. When you landed in New York, what did you do? We went to a dinner. Then he wanted to have a freak off, so we had a freak off. Why did you do it? To make him not threaten you. Now, hold on, young lady. You just got put off a boat because he accused you of stealing drugs and y'all was having freak offs there. Then you got back to New York and went to another freak off. And you said to make him not threaten you, but you haven't said that he threatened you one time with the freak offs. Let's read these from June 13, 2013. Had Sean been violent with you before this? Yes. Had you told him before you didn't want to do freak offs? Yes. You said you needed GHB and that 2 escorts not available? I wrote, only Paul available or Jake the white guy, but he can't do until 11. The other guy can do earlier. It's just one more person knowing our secret. What did you mean? The freak off. What is SLS? Hotel in Hollywood. When would you take Valium before a freak off? When I had anxiety, Sean's driver was bringing me the Valium. It was Raheem, I think. So I guess that's where the Rico and shit come in. That his driver, he was having his driver go pick up drugs and all of that. But they haven't charged him with any drug trafficking. They're charged with sex trafficking, not drug trafficking. Jurors, you could take lunch now. Miss Slavic, are there still disagreement on the exhibits? Yes. The defense wants the exhibit to be longer and about masturbation. They want to cut it off at looking at my iPad. We just heard this morning about videos on this device, so this is relevant. We can agree to more, something less than the 10 pages and now. Hecker Fink for the witness known as Mia. He says there's jury instructions about the victims. Hecker Fink lawyer. Mia would have taken this to her grave. I don't know how to support her if we can't discuss her pain, what she went through. We will not put words in her mouth. Her nerves are through the roof. We are trying to prevent witnesses being counseled on how to testify, what to say or not say. Anything else? Okay, that would be acceptable. Hecker Fink lawyer. I'm afraid she'll have a moment, lose it, then ask me, did I forget something? I worry. Now, Counselor Jane Doe says, I'm worried that Jane Doe will not know what she can ask me, as long as you don't coach testimony. Counselor Cassie Ventura, I have nothing to add, Judge. Mr. Shapiro, we've spoken with each attorney. We need more time to print the binders. We'll break. All right. My nigga said they is belatedly back. All rise. As to Exhibit 619, the objection to the defendant's proposal is overruled. Let's have Cassie back, then we'll bring in our jury. Hold on, y'all. I drank some water and shit. Y'all niggas lied and said y'all was gonna help me read this shit. You niggas ain't shit. Okay, I have a binder for the court. The gallery will not be able to see these exhibits, Miss Ventura. I will show you some exhibits. 2A 404, who is it? She worked for Sean. We will call her Mia. When you gave your devices to the government, were they working? No, they were broken. Put up 602A for Miss Ventura and the jury only. What's on your skin? Oil, baby oil, coconut oil, maybe? When did Sean first hurt you physically? It started in the first year. What staffer were present when Sean was physical with you? Objection. Physical is vague. Punching, hitting. When did Sean first use violence on you? In New York City, we were in a car with his security and he knocked me around. What did he do? He hit me in the side of the head. I fell to the floor of his Escalade. Did you attend an event in LA with Sean? Yes. What happened as you left? I'd been speaking to a producer about music. Sean called me a slut. I hit him in the face. I had been drinking. Did you see any injuries? No. So y'all know right there, she admitted to punching him first because he called her a slut. The defense is gonna love that and eat it up to say she was violent with him as well. But that night he just called her a slut because she was whatever the fuck she was doing. And she was a cheater. Did you see any injuries? No. I was on the floor of the car and he stomped on my face. How long did this last? 10 minutes. Then I tried to get away, but Sean's security brought me back. Who? Roger Bonds. What did they tell me? To go to a hotel. They snuck me in the hotel, covered up so no one could see my face. How long were you at the London hotel? A week, a little more. An assistant brought me ice cream. What was the assistant's name? Genevieve. That's the story that she told in her book/lawsuit. I didn't put Roger Bond's name in it. Did you feel you could leave the London hotel? No, I understood his capability, his access to guns, the threats he made. Were you taken to the hotel? Were you taken to the, I guess he meant hospital. Oh, when were you taken to the hotel after this? Or it meant to be hospital. He fucked up. I understood his capability. Man, get the fuck out of here. Okay, move. Did you know that this assault incident was reported? I know there was a blind item on the internet without our names. Who raised the blind item to you? My mother. Objection, not for the truth. Overruled. Well, damn. A blind item, well, she must have told her mom about it. This was before FaceTime was very popular, so I could hide myself. She asked if it was me. What did you say? No, I didn't want my mother to know something of that magnitude and be in danger. When you went to a party with your girlfriends, what happened? I saw executives for BET. Then I heard that Sean was there. What did you do? I left. I ran out as fast as I could. Why? I thought he was angry. You thought he was angry? What gave you the indication he was angry? Did he come to the hotel where you were staying? Yes. He beat me up and called me names. My face was bruised. This photo, who is it? Scott Mescuddy, known as Kid Cuddy. We dated in 2011. Did Sean find out? Yes, in my phone. Sean went through my phone doing a freak off. He found an email about what? Taking my toiletry bag to Scott's the next day. Sean put a wine opener in his hand and threatened me. I called Scott on a burner phone. Where did you go? To Scott's house. Then I talked with Capricorn Clark, one of Sean's assistants. Then what? I went to the house Sean was staying at. He told me he would release videos and hurt Scott and I. What videos? Freak off videos of me. Man, Scott knew about them freak out videos and he ain't care. Sean kicked me in the back. I got a bruise. Damn, Diddy was drop kicking the bitch. This nigga thought he was in the WWE. Sean kicked me in the back. I got a bruise. Where'd you go? To my hotel with the burner phone. The room was torn up. Someone peed all over the floor, pooped in the toilet, and didn't flush it. It was gross. This was just before Christmas. I sent an email to my mom in Capricorn for my flight to Boston and Connecticut. What did you write? That Sean said he would release the tape for me on Christmas. And he had Scott, and he'd had Scott not hurt. He said he would be out the country then. What are these photographs? My mother took there in Connecticut of the bruises on my back. Were you entirely honest with your mother about the abuse? No, I said this is the first time. Did you tell her about the freak-offs? No. Cassie said, is it possible to take a break? Yes, break. I feel I need one too. Judge said, any estimate, Ms. Johnson, any estimate? Johnson said, an hour more. The goal is to finish the direct and allow the start of cross-examination today. Bring the witness and the jury back in here. Did anyone come see you in Connecticut? Scott did for a few days. I broke it off with him. It was too dangerous. Objection. Overruled. Sean said he would hurt both of us. Did I remember Diddy slapped Drake? Maybe it's because she was trying to go to that Drake party that she mentioned. I went to see Sean. He was in Arizona, his son college. I told my mother I was going to LA for work. And why'd you keep flying out there with this nigga? He drop kicking you in the back and shit, and then he all the way in Arizona and you leave Connecticut to go just because you miss him. Did Sean talk about Scott's car? Sean said he wanted Scott's friend to see Scott's car blown up. What happened next? We met. Sean, Scott, and me. Scott said, what about my vehicle? And Sean said, what vehicle? And that was the end of the meeting. Damn. What is this? Me and Sean in Kingston, Jamaica for sound class. Were you bruised? Yes. In this photo, what is it? Me in Sean's bathroom, September 18th, 2015. What were you doing there? Recuperating from being beaten up by Sean in Las Vegas. We were having an after party in our suite. I talked to a producer and Sean tapped me on the shoulder, called me into our room and beat me, kicked me as I tried to hide behind the toilet. What stopped it? D-Rocks and Jane McCruz came in. It made D-Rock said, what are these communications? From D-Rock to me, he says, where you at? It's time to ice your face. Why? I had just been beaten up by Sean. Were these all the times he beat you? No, there were more. With who else did you see Sean? Did you see Sean be violent? I saw him drag an assistant out of bed. I saw him punch Eli in his head one time in Turks and Caicos. He dragged a person. I believe we had a freak off in Turks and Caicos. What floor did you live on 875 Comstock? 17. Did a friend stay with you? Yes. Sean came and held her and threw her on the patio furniture out on the balcony. I saw Sean bring her back in from over the balconies and throw on the patio furniture. And Carrie Morgan, I saw Sean hit her in the head. Did you get drugs on your own? Occasional drug dealers, opioids, Xanax, Valium. Sean will put the pills in a vitamin C bottle on the sink in the New York apartment. He'd say, "You can take him." He had doctors who would write the scripts in the name of an assistant or in my name. Your brother's birthday party in Connecticut in 2013, what happened? My mother told me someone was taking pictures of me. I went and punched her in the head. You testified your relationship with Sean ended in 2018. How was your health? She punched somebody in the head for taking pictures of her? She was a bad motherfucker. I was sleepwalking. I had PTSD. Objection overruled. What's this? Photo of my front door in 2018. Published it to the jury. Why is there a knife there? Sean was coming around a lot, so I had it. What happened? We were having a closure conversation at a restaurant in Malibu. He was trying to convince me to go to Burning Man. Were you seeing anyone? My now husband. What happened next? Sean came to my house and raped me on my living room floor. His eyes were black. It was like taking something from you. You cried. What did Sean do? He continued and finished inside me. Then he got up and left. Did you ever have sex with him again? Yes, voluntarily. We had a good night. I went back to his house. Can you explain why you did that after he raped you? We have been together 10 years. Who did you stay in touch with? Most people, though I pulled away. What did you message Sean about after that? Just checking in. What did he send you? That he had iPad full of images, get him his money. So she just messaged Sean out the blue and said, I'm thinking about you. Money back for what? For having paid my now husband to be my trainer. What did you write back? Do you want me to tell the truth? It's much deeper than iPads. There was abuse, more than freak-offs. There was a time that I couldn't take the pain. I tried to walk out in traffic. My husband wouldn't let me. I had trauma therapy. Did you write a book with chapters? My mom helped. What did you want with the book? That Sean read it. What pain did Sean put you through? Shame, to carry the things that were shameful for him. I took on a lot of responsibility for that I never should have. He brought the concept to me when I was 22. It was expected of me. I felt horrible. Jeez. How did you get this chapters to Sean? Through my attorney, and I reached out to KK. I asked her if he read it. She said it was not taken seriously. How much did you ask for the book? $30 million. Did you sue? November 2023. What happened with the lawsuit? It settled for $20 million in 24 hours. So she asked for 30, she got 20. Why are you testifying in this trial? I can't carry this anymore. What's wrong is wrong. I tried people like they were disposable, escorts, anybody. I tried people. So why she ain't being charged? She's saying she did all the same shit Sean did. How many freak-offs did you have with Sean? Impossible to know. Hundreds. After you broke up with Sean, did you ever do a freak-off? Nope. No further questions. Sidebar before cross. Yes. Let's see what the defense sue. Okay, and then they said, with jury out. Why don't we put off cross until tomorrow? We'd like to start now to be sure to finish. Judge Estavo. She will be finished by the end of the week, so no cross today. We'll just make up the time in other ways. Get the jury. The witness can be excused, yes. Juror entering. Sorry to bring you out, only to send you home. Don't read anything about this case. Have a great evening. All rise. Here's what the defense sent us about Rule 412. We believe we had agreed that other sexual acts by the witness were not admissible, but we understand they intend to cross-examine her about other relationships with texts about sex, about Miss Ventura fucking someone else. Why is that necessary? I don't want to read those into the record, so I'll hand copies up. Diddy defense attorney. These are messages about jealousy, and the vocabulary are you fucking that person? That's fair game. This is the real world way people express hurt. The rule requires that this be sealed. Let's proceed without specifics. Saying, are you fucking that person is just a vulgar way of asking, are you cheating? Both sides opened on infidelity. This is not 412. We could do it in the robing room. The defendant would have to be present. So in the courtroom. Counsel for victim. I would like to be heard. I see his hand, Mr. Wigner. We're entitled to notice. Judge, so tomorrow morning adjourned. All right. And let's see. Damn it. Okay, so I got to go back to today now. Oh, I know I'm not verified because I'm not going to pay y'all. Okay, where's today? Let's see if it'll start. Can I get the whole today's thread? No, fuck. Hold on, y'all. I gotta go. I have to find the thread for today's proceeds. What y'all think about what was said yesterday? I think we clearly have a pattern of Diddy being violent as hell. But I said, I still don't see the smoking gun where he forced her to do any of this shit. Like she go on with this, like she in Connecticut, he in Arizona. She didn't force her on no public flight, like on no private jets or nothing. She was doing this shit willingly. Four hours ago, 7 hours ago. Okay, I think this may be the beginning. All right. Y'all hold on. I'm hitting my weed now. Before the cross-examination, Cassie's lawyer, I have a right to be part of the meet and conference about which evidence she can be questioned about. She is the only victim witness that has standing under Rule 412. Judge said, my nigga, we got to move forward. Other issues, Ms. Slavic, as we noted in our email to the court earlier this morning, the judicial documents. Ma'am, I'm in the... As we noted in our email to the court earlier this morning, the judicial documents are not being put in the public docket. We may get a sign from Estavo, who will cross Cassie. That's it, not an issue. The defense last night dumped 400 exhibits on us. This cannot continue throughout the course of the trial. Mr. Stavo is Diddy lawyer. We've been working tirelessly in response to Ms. Ventura's testimony. I thought you were going to take this off my plate. Oh, keep trying. This is the main witness. She stands by herself. That said, we've been doing this all night to 3 a.m. We flag exhibits for them. There are 24 exhibits that the government has objection to. They're listed in the chart. Just the ones in the chart? Again, these judicial documents are not going to be public. Okay. Bring in the jury. Okay. And now they're officially doing cross. This Diddy lawyer talking to Cassie. Cassie, you love Sean, right? Correct. I did. For 11 years, you took care of him in some ways. You called him larger than life. I did. Others call him Diddy or Puff Daddy, but you called him Sean, right? Yes. You knew a version of him the rest of the world couldn't see, right? Objection. Overruled in ways where the judge keeping it fair. You kept coming back to him for 11 years. I wouldn't say coming back. You believe he loved you too? I did believe he loved me too. So when he cheated on you, it hurt. Not every time. Bring up this defense exhibit. Objection, not an evidence. That's true. This is not an evidence. Miss Ventura, read it just to yourself. Why did you send this message? To let him know I was going to dinner? What was going on when these messages were sent? I'm not sure. What was going on in your relationship then? It was early. We were loving. I offer it. Objection, being offered for the truth. Overruled. Please read. I wrote, I love you, smiley face. I'll fly anywhere for you. I love you, Cass. This 2009 email. Objection, hearsay. Judge told her, ask more questions. From Blackberry, what is BG? Baby girl. What did you write? You hungry, Pop Pop? And Mr. Combs wrote to you, we are so in love, we don't do anything else. How long had you been seeing each other's? Ventura, like 2.5 years. Please read this, 1364. I hadn't talked to you at all. You don't even try. You rushed me off this phone. I'm really hurt. I don't need your money. I need some attention. You wanted your special time with Mr. Combs? Yes. You testified that you told him, I love you so much. You make me a better woman. I definitely wrote those messages. You wrote, I can't wait till we have a baby of our own. You knew he had 6 children at the time? Yes. So now, these messages about freak off, when you say, you know, it doesn't matter to me, either is fine. That's what it says. Mr. Combs says, maybe we could call Jules. Can you do it? She said, yes. This was an explicit message from you about the anticipated upcoming freak off. Objection, motherfucker. My nigga said this was an explicit message from you about the anticipated. She was anticipating the freak off. Objection. And we don't know if he's sustained or whatever, but the judge said, we finna take a recess, my nigga. Y'all playing too early in the morning with this shit. You may proceed. Cassie, this is from Mr. Combs to you. You respond with an extremely explicit message, right? Yes. This is 2 days after the planning of a freak off, right? Yes. He said, I want to see. How did you reply? I can't wait either. You wrote, I feel like I want to fuck, right? That's what it says. Mr. Combs says, I'm so horny I can't concentrate. What do you say? That I'll go to Dwayne Reed for candles and then set up the son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. So she is saying she was all into this shit. She was, so before the freak off, like they playing this shit days in advance and she didn't get cold feet at all. She was ready for it. She said, I'm gonna go buy the candles and set up the room. I'm gonna get the I go to Dwayne Reed for candles and then set up the room. Do you understand that did you understand that he was going to take another video of you? Objection, speculation. But that's not speculation because she said he recorded all the motherfuckers. She said sometimes it would be on her phone, sometimes it would be on his. You can move on. You ask, any pills on you? And she asked him, hey man, Diddy, you got the pills? Pop, you got the pills? What pills were you taking in? Opioids. You deleted videos on your device, right? Yes. What did you write? That I need to feel this. This is my husband, the only one who will see this side of me. Were you afraid that Mr. Combs was only seeing you for sex in this way? That was a concern. You still were not public in your relationship with him, correct? Were freak-offs important? Integral to us. Who was at your 21st birthday party in Las Vegas? Britney Spears, Dallas Austin. How did you get them there? They came for Sean. You're very beautiful and charming. Thank you. It's true. Who is Tommy Mottola? A well-known producer. You were an up-and-coming star. I guess you could say that. After you signed with Bad Boy, things were still platonic? Yes. You had rough performance, 106 in Park. It did not go well for me. How did he help you after that? We did a YouTube video. He said, everybody makes mistakes. What was wrong? I couldn't hear myself. You were dating Mr. Leslie. How much older than you was he? 10 years. Then you traveled to Miami with Mr. Combs. The flyer of the event was just to cover to spend time with Mr. Combs, right? That's true. You had a tattoo of Mr. Leslie's initials on your body, right? And then, what, she was 21 at this time? She ain't know nothing about oral sex. How many tattoos did you have then? Objection, relevance, overruled, but let's keep it moving. 3. The one on your arm, no regrets. Mr. Combs taught you how to do oral sex? He did. Look at this. Tell me when you're ready. Can you read it? You can read it. It's making me laugh. It's from 2007. You wrote, I feel protected. You are so sweet. You wrote, I see that Carrie is better fitting for you. I'm hurt that you think I'm malicious. You're very important to me. Cass. She laughs. What were you trying to convey? It's like a journal entry. You discussed Carrie Morgan. Did you think Mr. Combs was attracted to her? There was a point in the very beginning. Did that complication carry on in the relationship? Not really. Carrie was just always with us. Yeah, I have to agree with dude. The government is not proving their case so far. I see Young Miami is following this jet now. Okay, then. She said she got to keep up with her man. I'd like to start asking about freak-offs. Sometimes you wore a wig and a mask. Yes, the general public did not know. Objection. Rephrase. No one knew until November 2023 in the public. Yes. Fair to say his career was ruined after your lawsuit. I could understand that. Let's read these messages. Mr. Combs wrote, when are you on your period? No, now. What you be thinking about when you horny? Miss Ventura, if you don't want to read the answers, I can read them. Thank you. The O has lots of O's after them, right? Yes. After a freak off, you'd make love with Mr. Combs? Yes. Your period. Mr. Combs is asking when you're on it, right? Yep. He's asking in the context of when to meet up and have sex. Looks like it. Sometimes you watched him with the female 2 or 3 times. Did you talk with Mr. Combs about the swingers lifestyle? That no one talks about it. Were you keeping freak off secrets from your friend? Yes. His assistants will help him with everything. You would remember if an assistant came in during one of your sessions with an escort. Not necessarily. I was high, so you don't remember much. I had my privacy invaded a lot during that relationship. This from July 2012. You say to Mr. Combs, I'm horny and bored. This was after a freak off, right? There are a lot for text here. I guess there are a lot of texts here. Said to be 25 pages. Where will defenses that are ostensibly entered or experts be available? I would ask that the witness be allowed to read the entire document. How many pages? 8. We don't have a copy for the witness. We'll put it on the screen, but not in a public gallery. You said Mr. Combs often put you down, but he also sent you encouragement and called you a queen, right? He also called me and daddy. Who cares? That's just word salad. They asked for the sidebar. What would trigger Mr. Combs' incessant calls to you? Anger, doubt about where I was. If he suspected of you cheating, he'd call you incessantly. That was one of the reasons because he thought, objection, that's abstain. Do you believe Mr. Combs has good taste? I think he does. He's had an impact on fashion. People like his style. Sunjohn, did you consult with him on your look? Sometimes I got advice I didn't ask for. He still ran his companies even while having all these freak offs, right? He did. What was he addicted to? And Cassie said, success. Diddy was addicted to success. Not, she ain't say he was addicted to freak offs and cocaine, and she said success. What substances? Opiates? Yes, he told me and I saw it. Okay, so he said he was addicted to perks. Man, Percocet is a hell of a drug. Combs. Did Mr. Combs' mood depend on whether or not he was withdrawing from opiates? He was more irritable, I would say. What other drugs was Mr. Combs addicted to? Objection. No foundation. I'll ask if I want the grounds. Judge said sustain, rephrase. What was his drug of choice? Ecstasy or MDA? Molly. Opiates daily? When he was doing them, you saw him withdraw? Yes. We'll break. Miss Estabo, where are we in your cross? We have a lot of exhibits. Let me confer over lunch. Judge, non-responsive. Will you finish today or early tomorrow? To the end of tomorrow. We might not be able to finish tomorrow. This is the most important witness. For months, we said this witness had to be off the stand by the end of the week. USA said our direct was a day and a half. Limit them to that. Well, damn. Show Miss Ventura the exhibits in advance. Maybe just ask her question rather than these exhibits. We have a timing concern. They called 2 witnesses to start. Like, they called 2 witnesses to start. That wasn't our choice. It's a critically important witness. Judge said streamline thing. The defense makes up a great point, though. Y'all are saying she got to be gone by a certain time, but you called 2 witnesses before you talked to her. And then you took a day and a half with her instead of opening up with her. Judge said, man, hurry this shit up. We'll break. They going to lunch. Has the witness had a chance to review the exhibits? They was long as hell, Judge. We'll do the best that we can. I was told this witness would be off the stand by the end of the week. We let the jury go early yesterday. If there's something that really needs to be done on cross after lunch tomorrow, I may allow it. We have OT leave time for redirect. This witness is being responsive. Jury and let's turn to GX 411. It's not an evidence yet. So B414, page 3 and 4, you wrote, I love our freak offs when we both wanted. You felt that? Love and freak offs were just words at that point. But he didn't ask you for the words, though, ma'am. That nigga ain't asked you nothing about the freak offs. That was a random text. Oh, this is not Cassie. Cassie, I can't. Let me see what y'all saying. God damn it, Cassie. This ain't Cassie. Yeah, it was just words. But ma'am, how you just gonna text him that randomly and say it didn't mean nothing? Check your messages, MB3. Which messages? You talking about? Hold on. You talking about streamers? StreamYard? Hold on. Oh. Hey there, Raina. Hold on, let me do a drop for Raina being a member for 25 months. Low key niggas hating, but they don't want no beef. State gang, true sippers, bitch. I bet we don't eat. Now, when I be screen sharing, I can't see the other screen with all the comments and stuff on it. Loving freak offs were just words at that point. Mr. Combs wrote to you, I want to freak off right now. And you wrote that you wanted it too. Laugh out loud, me too. I text more than that, but you did text that to him. Mr. Combs wrote to you, Jules is available if you're into it. So if she wasn't into it, they ain't have to do it. You could have, oh, good one. You could have said yes or no, and you said love you. There was no yes or no. It did say Jules is available if you into it. That left room for you to say no. Brings up B42, B420 on page 2. Mr. Combs wrote, do I have your permission to set up freaky fun? You wrote ovulation. Yes. Son of a bitch. It sounds like it's really consensual at this point. Now, him being a woman beater, that's something totally different. He's not being charged with it. You can think what you want to about him beating on her, but that's not what he's being charged with. He's not being charged with domestic violence or assault or sexual assault, even for that matter. They didn't even take that into account that she said he raped her, because I guess the statute of limitations is gone on it. But do I have your permission to set up freaky fun? Here, what do you say? I asked which hotel. I must have called him in between. I don't want to assume anything. He said the Montage. You said you could also go to Pleasure Chest. What would you get there? Sexual supplies. What supplies? Lubricants, outfits. He says, have fun, impress me. You say, okay. He says, can we kiss a lot? What do you say? Yes. You wrote, I left the iPad. I don't know whose iPad this meant. Mr. Combs wrote, I'll be there right after my session. This was June 2017. Do you remember arguments you were having at that time? Not specifically. Here you say the game starts at 10. No breaking character to 8 a.m. Damn, I'm for dead. Freak off shifts. 10 to 8? Son of a bitch. This is a game a friend of mine told me, a way to rekindle your romance by doing something different in the bedroom. It's a whole getting into character thing. Mr. Combs says, let me get some outfits and go to sex club. Mr. Combs wrote, surprise package coming from out of state. Why can't I reach you? What do you say? I was getting my brows done. Did you come to know Mr. Combs was leaving to freak off to go see Kim Porter? Yes. Oh, so that's what he was saying. Kim then pulled up. How did you find out about Gina? How did you feel? Did it upset you? Yes. It prompted arguments. It did, and he thought you were not faithful. What were his reactions? It was scary. Mr. Combs wrote to you, let's do something different in NYC this weekend. FYI, Dave hit me. What does Dave mean? Reached out. And Daniel contacted you? Did this mean you might have a freak off? Might. It's still, I'm still not finding the whole Rico thing. Young Miami, why you ain't popped down? Okay. He tells you, you better put me on VIP vibrate alarm or something. He's frustrated you don't answer his text fast enough. Ventura, right? You tell him to come to NYC understanding there could be a freak off, maybe. You told Diddy to come to New York understanding there could be a freak off. You also saw the Book of Mormon. Yes. Mass pleasure. Is that a sex club? I would assume. He asked, "Are you ready for tonight?" What do you say? Yes. Just have to get some things. She didn't say no. Cassie, this is not about what I felt right because you were skipping over a lot here. What did you write? As much as you think you're Bruce Willis, you're not. Your kids were babies when we started dating. If you saw him on social media on vacation with, it was heartbreaking with women. It could be. I was 7 years in. And what about this about Gina? You wrote, I don't want to be a side piece, but I'll treat you as a king. You wanted to be the main girlfriend. In 2013, yes. You saw social media posts of Mr. Combs with other girls. You got angry, right? Can I speak? I was jealous of certain situations. Did there come a time he suspected you were in a relationship with someone in the industry, Mr. Miscuddy? Yes. Mr. Combs thought it could be good for your career if you collaborated with Mr. Mr. Miscuddy. Yes. Why did you begin your relationship with Mr. Miscuddy? We enjoyed each other's company. You were in a relationship with Mr. Combs. We were on a break. But you were still doing freak offs with him. Yes. So you was on a break with Puff Daddy. Y'all was broke up. Y'all wasn't seeing each other, but y'all was still linking up doing freak ass 69 God shit. And you were forced how? After Mr. Combs found out by going through your phone, you went to see him. You knew he was upset. He previously attacked you. Yes, I thought I'd be safer with other people. Let's take a break. Judge said, man, hold the fuck up. This is crazy. So you mean to tell me y'all was on a break and you was still doing the freak offs after you had been drop kicked? All right, we got Cassie back in the jewelry industry. Your affair with Mr. Cuddy was only a month long, but you got a burner phone for it. Right. Mr. Combs kicked you in the back? Yes. This came up later in your relationship that you had cheated on him with Kid Cudi. He brought it up quite a bit. When he cheated, he said, well, you had an affair with Kid Cudi, right? Sometimes. He suspected you of having an affair with another person in the industry. You were in South African filming. Yes, Honey 3. Why's she laughing? While you were there, you saw a photo of Mr. Combs with Gina and were irate, right? Angry. You blocked him and focused on the movie, right? I tried my best. Mr. Combs suspected you of a relationship with whom? Michael B. Jordan. You sent the video not only to Mr. Combs, but also to staff. Who? D-Rock? Yes. You sent it to them because you were angry with all of them. I was hurt. I spent all my time with them. You thought they were in on it? The physical abuse. When did your father learn about it? Same time as my mother. Did Mr. Combs come to Connecticut to speak to your parents? I don't know if it was then. Carrie Morgan knew about the abuse. Yes. The eyebrow gas incident. What was it about? Didn't answer the phone and went to sleep. I was supposed to be packing for a trip. He was inebriated? I don't remember that. Why were you asleep? A drink at the Abbey had something in it, I think. Did Mr. Combs ever abuse you while he was inebriated, then say he didn't remember it? Yes. Did you feel he was not taking responsibility? Yes. For drugs, you both go to rehab. Rehab really wasn't a thing during our relationships. The freak-offs were an opportunity for you to take drugs together. Yes. You went a lot to Burning Man. Yes. Also, I got to point out when with Cassie in the pee stuff, didn't young Miami say she like being peed on? I think I've heard her say that. And so you know she getting the diddler treatment. Did you ever call yourselves Get High Partners? GHP. We did. Did you take drugs from him without him knowing it? Yes. What was his reaction? Explosive. Did he tell LA dealers not to deal to you? Yes. So he wasn't trying to trash. Now, hold up. You told Miss Karam that you learned only after the fact that Mr. Combs had dangled Miss Mongolian off the balcony. I'm not sure. You were on drugs? I'm not sure. You got a life coach for your drug use, according to this document. I don't know who that person is. You were doing a lot of drugs. It was a rough time. You tried to get into rehab, the Golden Door. It was a spa. There was a time I lost all sense of smell and taste and woke up in a hospital with an IV in my arm. I tried then to get help. The time after San Bernardino, you learned that he had overdosed. A very strong opiate, yes. Were you not addicted to painkillers? We took ibogaine. Where did you get it? Cancun, Mexico, separately. I guess that's a opioid blocker. Well, Mr. Coles threw you off the boats and canes when he accused you of taking drugs and squeezed your leg, among other things, but you still wanted to be with him. I did. Switching topics. When you say Mr. Combs went with guns to find Suge Knight, do you remember telling the government that you did go with them? No. Let me show you. Just for the parties, the objection. I did not go with them, so I don't think I said that. We also did drugs with Miss Morgan, right? Yes. Do you recall telling the government that you did not set what he did, hitting her in the head? You did not see what he did, hitting her in the head with the wooden hanger? I saw the hanger. I saw he was angry that I was doing drugs with Carrie. This broke up your 17-year friendship with her? It did. Did you tell Mr. Combs about your relationship with your now husband? No. Miss Morgan sued you and Mr. Combs, made a demand, and you paid part of that? I did. And you haven't spoken with her since? Maybe one text. That was the relationship ender? Yes. You would heat up the baby oil? Yes. Warm baby oil. Now, this is from the day before the Intercontinental Hotel incident. This is a long-ass document. We need time to read it. We'll take a break then. Shit. Not warm baby oil. Mm, 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 mm. Judge Subramanian. We're in the home stretch of the day. Let's get our jewelry back. All rise. Estavo. Is this from March 4th? With UCT time, it is March 3rd. Okay, Mr. Combs refers to accessories for the premiere. You sent him an explicit message. Yes. He responded with a number of M's. He wrote, "Too bad you have to work." He did. You asked him, "Are you feeling better?" Then he's discussing bodily function. Yes. Could we clarify what time these messages really are with the UCT? There's a stipulation on that. See below. Then they put that up. Stipulated and agreed the United States. Yeah, I'm not reading that. Oh, but they're showing what UTA means or whatever. UTC, that's the time the tweets and shit be in. Oh, they finally put up a document. Well, he finally put one up to that on Patreon. Mr. Combs went to your premiere lunch at London Hotel. He did. Then he asked, then he says, I just got out of a spiritual therapy session. I asked how'd it go. He said, this is a process. This is leading up to the hotel incident. Estavo, you say, baby, I want to freak off so bad. You were asked in your direct, and you said you didn't want him to ruin your premiere. Sure. Mr. Combs said, if we start at 7 p.m. and go into 4 a.m., you can get enough rest after. Man, these niggas is having 8-hour sexathons. What the fuck? Man, he's saying it'd be a shorter than usual freak off. That's how I would understand it. What do you say? Carrie is here. We can't do it at my house. You say, that guy is sick. I'm not going to ask you what you meant. So you were turning to Johnny. Was he a dancer or an escort? We hired him as a dancer, but he did what an escort does. Do you remember the beginning of this freak off in the Intercontinental? Not really. The drugs were bad MDA, right? I have no idea. Judge, it's 5 o'clock. Jurors, you could go home, man. Get the fuck up out of here. Don't look up anything about the case. Thank you, Miss Ventura. No discussions with the government. We'll see you tomorrow. Everyone else may be seated. Judge said, how much more? Let me check. Half an hour on the US say half an hour on redirect. And Diddy lawyer said, we'll figure it out tomorrow. The judge said, have your next witnesses ready tomorrow. Who are they? And the USA say Don Richards. I don't know who that is. If there are more issues, someone needs to email the court again. Off docket. Judge adjourned it 1 hour ago. And that's where we are at. Yeah, man. That's the reality of this is the government is not trying to prove any of these charges. He will be acquitted or mistrial will happen. He will be released. Whoever started this charges on him just wanted him to be reminded that he can be touched, and they took away a butt. Yeah, he definitely lost some. He will acquitted or not. He ain't nobody. Yeah, it ain't gonna be the same with him no more. He lost a lot of brand deals and things of that nature. But you never know. He still got his royalties coming in though from Bad Boy and all that good stuff. All right, y'all. Tomorrow is day 5. I end up doing that tomorrow night. I had the graduation in the morning and things of that nature. There's some sick stuff. I mean, his dad and his daughters, his kids and shit in there hearing this crazy ass shit. But Cassie's husband is in there hearing this shit. If he didn't know, now he know. They're crazy, man. But all right, y'all. He rubbed, man. Yeah, when they said he was doing the penis inspections to make sure they was coming, I was like, no, bro. No, bro, you crazy. I seen a news article talking about Suge says Trump needs to part. He probably will get a Trump pardon. They New Yorkers. They ride together. If he got convicted, Trump will probably fuck with him. Not immediately, but on his way out, you're going to sit there and do some time. But on my way out, I got you, Diddy. Butt plugs were probably for the women, but fucking with Diddy, you never know. You never know. It's Diddy. Did he do it? Did he do it? I don't know. But all right, y'all. That's all I got. That's it. That is day 3, day 4. It wasn't bad. About an hour and 15 minutes when I cut the music out. See, that's the thing. All the shit, the government can't prove that he was with no underage people. Otherwise, he would have been charged with that. All that shit is civil. They charging this nigga with trafficking Cassie and escorts that Cassie hired. Even though Cassie was willingly saying, hey, baby, come see me so we can fuck these escorts. How he trafficking? She would be the one trafficking. She told him to come get some dick and she paid the escorts. I mean, she said, Diddy, look, bro, Jules just left. You can stay if you shut the fuck up. Like, if you're gonna be talking loud and shit, you got to roll, bro. That's the type of freedom she had in these freak offs, but the government saying she was trafficked and kidnapped and held against the wheel. I don't see it, but I guess they're gonna prove it. Or they're gonna die trying. But until the next episode, we out. Never been a hoe, I stay on go, so what the business? Nigga talking reckless, shoot his bitch ass with the quickness. Now he bleeding, sorry, begging, asking for forgiveness. Bow, 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 limp biscuit. All my niggas wildin', they done labeled us a misfit. Wake up every morning, 2 or 3, 5 in the tidbit. Oh shit, didn't nobody come to see you old. It's some focus, shoot 100 shots, no reloaded. Master of the game, you would think I'm into coded. Memphis niggas spit this pippin', mackin' like I'm golden. Ho, with my money, you gon' turn me to the old me. Say hi, first class flight, I'm in the nosebleed. Copy, cooking, whipping, shipping, till you count the proceeds. OG, I've been moving back niggas since 03. Low key, niggas hating, but they don't want no beef. State gang, true sippers, bitch, I bet we gon' eat. Get jammed, get a lawyer, make it bunny, don't speak. Pour up, oh, I need some more. A nigga had a long week. Shout out to my plug, he showed me love, he out in Long Beach. I'm true geek, walking by myself but left with 2 freaks. Ooh wee, nothing in they mouth and on they booty. Austin Power swag, yeah baby, this is groovy. You can call me Money Boy or you can call me Nudie. Hood niggas, churches, chicken, let me get a 2-piece. Top down, 2-seater, let me feel the 2 breathe. Gotta hold it steady, chopper, kick it back like Bruce Lee. Lately I've been in the zone, I guess I'm in my 2-3. Don't call my phone for nothing less than a QP. Feeling like the Migos, cause my bitch is bad and bougie. All my haters love me, all these bitches just some groupies. Came a long way, I like to introduce the new me. Standing on business like I'm king or like I'm Drewski. Call me Ron Island cause I like my number choosy. When we link it's a movie, she bustin' like a Uzi. I love the way she do me, I beat it up like Uzi. She dancing just like Suki. Call me Ron Island cause I love my lover choose it. When we link it's a movie, she bustin' like a Uzi. I love the way she do me, I beat it up like Uzi. She dancing just like Suki. I never been a hoe, I stay on go, so what the business? Niggas talking reckless, shoot his bitch ass with the quickness. Name pleading, sorry baby, asking for forgiveness. Bow, 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 limp biscuit. Never been a hoe, I stay on go, so what the business? Nigga talking reckless, shoot his bitch ass with the quickness. Name pleading, sorry baby, asking for forgiveness. Bow, 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 limp biscuit.